Oh yeah! Hey!
J'aime mieux plusieurs claps.
Ben, je sais, mais à un moment donné, il y a des limites, tu sais.
Oh!
Eric, quel beau setting on a.
C'est quand même bien, c'est chez moi.
C'est chez toi?
Dans ma cour.
Un vrai bûcheron à l'œuvre.
Oui, mais c'est pas moi qui les ai coupés, je veux te le dire. Écoute, on est au Canada, ça nous prend des bûches.
Oui.
Je pense pas qu'il y ait d'érable là-dedans, malgré que il y a rien de certain.
On peut pas être au 5e baron. Très occupé aujourd'hui. Il y a des festivals qui se passent là-bas. Et là, ils ont utilisé notre salle pour remiser plein de gugus.
Il va falloir qu'on parle au propriétaire du 5e pour qu'il arrête d'utiliser le 2e étage quand nous, on veut venir.
Mais gars, la compensation qu'on a, on s'est ramené tout plein. Fait 10 bières différentes. Hey, 5 chacun.
T'es-tu prêt? À go!
Hey, à 8% en moyenne.
On les shotgun, un trou dans le bas. Non, on fera pas ça. Sinon, vous allez avoir vraiment un drôle d'épisode. Malgré qu'aujourd'hui, l'épisode est préenregistré, on a rencontré Chamie McCurry.
La merveilleuse Chamie de Danny
Wimmer Presents.
J'ai tout le temps David Schwimmer, tu sais, le gars de Friends, mais c'est...
Non, c'est Danny Wimmer Presents. Elle nous expliquera en détail qu'est-ce que c'est, mais grosso modo, c'est un promoteur de festivals. C'est eux qui organisent Rockville.
Et qui organisent aussi d'autres festivals métal aux États-Unis.
Et j'étais vraiment surpris dans la conversation qu'on a eue avec Chamie, puisqu'elle est directrice marketing. Moi, dans ma tête, une directrice marketing, bon, qu'elle fasse le marketing d'un festival rock ou d'un festival blues, ça change pas grand-chose. Probablement que le rock, elle connaît rien là-dedans. Pardon.
Elle était très sympathique. Je l'ai trouvée très bonne.
Elle connaît son rock, elle connaît son festival et elle va nous en parler de fond en comble. On y va de toutes sortes de questions. On la met même sur le spot à quelques reprises. Elle est extraordinaire.
Mais on sent notre anglais parce qu'évidemment, on fait l'entrevue en anglais. Puis hey, on n'est pas pire, je trouve.
Je me trouve très bon en anglais.
Mais on va mettre des surtitres, par exemple, en français. Là, mais...
En considérant que toi, tu travailles en anglais, que moi, ma famille est anglophone, ça nous donne une chance.
Oui, on a...
Donc, épisode avec surtitres que vous pouvez évidemment visionner sur YouTube. Vous pouvez l'écouter sur YouTube, vous pouvez la visionner sur Spotify, l'écouter sur Spotify et l'écouter sur Google Podcast, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio et Apple Podcast. Je pense que je les ai toutes dit. Bon épisode, on s'en va rejoindre Chamie McCurry, directrice marketing de Danny Wimmer Presents pour nous parler de Welcome to Rockville. With the Chief Marketing Officer of Danny Wimmer Presents, Chamie McCurry. We can call you Chamie, right? Not Mrs. McCurry.
You can call me Chamie. I've heard it all.
Okay.
Thank you for
so I'll
having
call
me.
you Honey. Chamie, thank you so much for taking some time with us. We're just a few days, like a couple of weeks before Welcome to Rockville. So I suppose for you, it's crunch time. Everybody wants to talk to you. You have to solve every problem possible, those little details at the last minute. So again, thank you so much. Our first question is about Danny Wimmer Presents. What is it exactly?
Yeah, so Danny Wimmer Presents is an independent live event producer, really rooted in festivals in the United States. We started back in 2011. Really wanting to bring what was happening in Europe over to the United States, and there was some involvement in the early days of Rock on the Range and Carolina Rebellion. Danny Wimmer himself, was very involved in that, as well as some of our current employees. And, so in 2011, they formed DWP officially, and really have just grown since there. And with, the passion about rock and wanting to bring large-scale rock experiences to the United States in an elevated way that hadn't been done here before.
And my understanding is that you cannot just bring basically the European style festival in the US or European style event. You cannot do this with one festival. Basically, you need to create a bit of a network of festival, I guess. So
Yeah, I mean, we started with one, grew it to two to three, to four to five. So it's a slow build. Just as we've seen marketplaces have demand for it. It was a time back in the late 2000, around 2007, that there wasn't a lot of exposure mainstream for rock rooted programming. Festivals were, kind of popping up left and right, but really nothing in the rock genre, at least that would attract a nationwide audience. And so as we sort of started one, grew to two, grew to three, had learnings along the way of how to program them slightly differently, how to curate them differently regarding the cities that we're in, the venues that we're in, so that people come to multiple and have a different experience. And then we've just grown since then. So, we have Welcome to Rockville, Sonic Temple, Incarceration, Louder Than Life, Aftershock, and then we've just recently acquired Rocklahoma.
okay.
So yeah, we are producing rock festivals all over the United States. And then we have a couple of other genre events that we produce as well. But our core and we live and breathe rock and roll.
So, in many different places, yes, but when you're booking bands, I mean, are each of these events, each of these festivals, independent one of the other, or do you book a band basically in terms of touring all the festival during the summer or something?
Yeah, I mean, logistically booking a festival is a lot of work. When you have 100 to 150 bands, you start those conversations a year and a half out, because you do have to make sure that they're routing, that they're actually on cycle in terms of performing live. So logistically, there's a lot of back and forth, and organization for every festival. Some artists we work with on a more of a company deal where we're trying to get them at multiple festivals. Others, are just they might only be available for one season. So they might only be available in May, or they might only be available in September. So it's really a custom approach, based on the artist, based on availability, based on the routing, and then, the budget that we're building and putting together, to be able to make it very affordable for our fans to come out to these events.
And let's focus on Welcome to Rockville, because honestly, we wanted to go to Incarceration. It was brought up to us by my son, and we looked what you did last year. It was amazing. And then we saw that you were producing also Welcome to Rockville. And when we saw the lineup this year, it just, okay, wait a minute. What a crazy lineup. So maybe Welcome to Rockville would be a great idea to cover. So that's why we picked Welcome to Rockville this year. I wanted to know about the schedule. We noticed that in other festival, and you were talking earlier that you're copying European festival. Often in Europe, the last band play at like 2 a.m. And we were on a metal cruise. The last show started at 5 a.m. in the morning. You have a more tight schedule from around 12 to
And we
11,
like that.
12.
And we like that, I must say.
Is there any?
Yeah, we
is
have got to
it-
sleep sometime, right?
Yes, yes, and we have picked the camping this year, so maybe yes, going to bed earlier will be great. But is it because the city asking you to close up earlier, or it's a decision from the organization to have a tighter schedule?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. I mean, we do have it at Welcome to Rockville. We are at Daytona International Speedway. They've been amazing, amazing partners to us, and it's an amazing home to have a festival setting in. There's so much infrastructure, so many great people on their team that, they're used to producing these really large events. We want people to be able to rest so that they can really enjoy their day that they're there. We do have some curfew limitations in some of our cities, because we do want to be good neighbors. Especially in Daytona, we have hotels and restaurants and businesses around us. So the airport's right there too. We do want to be good neighbors. And yeah, we want, to jam pack. We want to make sure that the day is full, that, that the fans are getting everything that they want in a day, but that they're also able to kind of recover and take that time so that they can come back, ready to go when the doors open the next day.
And how many? Sorry, Marc-André. And you're talking about the fans. How many will we be?
That was my question, my
Oh,
friend. Sorry.
Yeah, we are going to come close to having almost 200,000 people at the festival this year across the 4 days. So
wow.
Okay.
it is going to be the biggest welcome to Rockville in the event's history. And we have fans coming from all over the world. We sell tickets in all 50 states and about 30 countries. So we're excited to get everyone into Daytona and excited to welcome fans who've been with us, and then our new fans that have discovered the festival this year because of the amazing lineup and just hearing how great of a festival it is from other fans in the rock community.
Yeah, we've heard though that one critique I heard about Rockville is the heat and places to chill. For example, we were in France, and at Hellfest there was a little could get a few places where you have a lot of shade.
Yeah.
How do you have you? I'm suppose that you have worked on that for this year edition. So what have you done for us not to burn down on the ground?
Yeah, I mean, we are in Florida, so it is one of the hotter states in the US year round. But our operations team, everything that they do is first and foremost for fan safety. And, so we do have free water stations in multiple places throughout the property. We do utilize the grandstands for fans to be able to go in and seek some shade. And then we also have quite a few of our activations are tinted. We will have misting. Every year we work on this and we try to elevate and bring in more shade, bring in more cooling opportunities, make sure that we have enough water stations, and then just make sure that our event staff is trained and ready, to hand out free water or to see when someone maybe needs to be, directed to the grandstands to cool off a little bit. But everything we do, is with the fan safety in mind. And it is our number one priority.
So is Lake Lloyd an option to freshen up?
Lake Lloyd is not a swimmable lake. It is for beauty only.
Any gators in this little lake, or?
I hope not, because it's very close to our campers.
And tell me about the food, the restoration options that we have. I've heard that it's not only corn on a cob and a Coke. You're offering a wide variety of food. Is that true?
Yeah, Southern Hospitality is our concessionaire, and they work year round as well to make sure that we have enough food and drink. We have over 1,900 linear footage of F&B for our fans. We have people who are spending 12 hours with us. We're building a small city, and so we want to make sure they have options when they're eating 4 meals throughout the weekend with us, or for some people 8 to 10 meals. So yeah, it's something we always are looking to elevate and bringing in food, local flavors and food trucks, in bringing in fan favorites. And this year we're going to be launching a new activation with Metallica and Blackened Whiskey for a Blackened Burger pop-up, which will be a brand new experience debuting for the first time ever at Rockville. And
I've
so
seen
yeah,
that you have something with Maynard's wine too, right? The winery from the singer of Tool.
yeah, we do. We do a wine bar with Maynard at our rock festivals. The fans love it, and we love supporting Maynard and all of his ventures. So yeah, that's something we've been doing for a couple years now.
but we're talking wine and bourbon, beers. So you have a lot of craft beers, I think.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we want to make sure that we have something for everyone when it comes to food and beverage. Like I mentioned, the free water, and then we also have mocktails and a Soberville on site because you know we want to make sure that all fans, regardless of if they
Mhm.
partake in spirits or not, are having a great festival experience. And so that's important to us as well. Is in providing alternatives to alcohol, for festival fans to purchase.
Okay, thanks.
And I noticed that you are also organizing other activities. So if I'm not interested in one of the five bands, because now you have added one stage to
Yeah.
Rockville, and I was looking at the map, and it's just wow. Okay, five stages. If I'm not interested, you have a lot of other activities that we can do.
Yeah, our brand partnership team works really closely with a lot of different companies to provide experiential activities. We have pop-ups, some surprise and delights that happen. We have a couple rides that people can go on. This year we're debuting the Church of Rock and Roll, which is going to be a karaoke dive bar experience where fans can, go to the Church of Rock and Roll and sing, and working on some surprises in there where maybe we'll have a couple uh, pop-in performers.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, we really want everyone to be able to have an entire festival experience. So, there's things going on in the campgrounds and within the festival sites, to really give something for everyone who attends.
Things happening on the campground. Since we're going to be on the campground, can you be a bit more specific? Will I be able to sleep during the night?
Absolutely, or just maybe some earplugs. No, the camping community is really important to us, and we have a theme. So we encourage fans to deck out their campgrounds. We'll be doing daily contests. The party starts on Wednesday night with our campground kickoff party, which is free to all of our campers. Really just to connect that community and welcome everyone and get them excited for the weekend. So luckily all of our campgrounds are, within DIS, and so it makes it really easy for our campers to pop in and out, and to be able to go into their own dedicated camping entrance lanes. But that the camping community is strong at Rockville, and it's something that we continue to invest in and grow year over year because we know it's such an important aspect of the festival.
Okay. Um, Eric mentioned the heat. One of my concern is the rain as well. So it's just a lot of people are saying, well, it's raining every year and it's kind of normal. Basically, the weather, we have at least 1 hour of rain a day or something. Uh, uh, how do we need to prepare for this? Basically, it's just not knowing the rain experience that we might have in Daytona.
Yeah, I mean, rain is always a possibility when we're producing events outdoors. Um, and again, going back to the fan safety, rain is fine. It's whenever it is severe. So when we have incredibly inclement weather, high winds, lightning, those are the things we have to be really careful about and make decisions with the fan safety in mind. And I know that's hard for fans to hear because if it was up to them, they'd take their chances. But it is our responsibility to produce safe events, and to do that with everyone's experience in mind, um, and to be able to make quick decisions on if we do have to evacuate due to severe weather, of communicating that to the fans and then quickly communicating to them when that weather situation is passed, so they can come back in. I mean, the great thing about Rockville is that a lot of our fans are camping, and so they can seek shelter in their cars. And then we have, a lot of parking lots, infrastructure at DIS, and then we're able to use the grandstands as well. So we have a lot of places where we can send people to seek that shelter in the event we would need to. Um, there's always a chance because we're outdoors. We do encourage people to go to welcome to rockville.com and go to our FAQ and info page where there is more information about inclement weather. But more importantly, we encourage everyone to have that quick 5-minute conversation with their buddies before they come in, of taking notice of what entrance they came in, where they parked or where they camped, and having a personal safety plan. So then if anything did come up, they know where they're meeting up, and they know where their exit are or where they're going to go seek shelter. You know, having people come prepared is just going to allow everyone's experience to be heightened because they know what to do. You know, if a situation arises. So we definitely encourage everyone, come prepared, spend 20 minutes on the website, and then have those conversations with your crew as you're coming in, just to make sure you have a plan.
Well, we'll be coming with our kids, basically.
Well, they're adults now at 18 and 20, but yeah, we're coming as a family. But you were talking about getting prepared. If I notice that I forgot something, am I allowed, even if I'm on the camping, to leave the festival ground to go to Walmart or wherever and then come back?
Once you've parked in your camping spot, the vehicle cannot move, just
Yeah.
because we cannot have vehicles coming in and out when we have patrons walking and fans coming and going. You know, we do have a lot where cars can be parked that that our campers can access and utilize those. They can utilize Ubers. You know, it luckily, again, with the infrastructure we have at DIS, it's a quick walk over into the parking lot to be able to get an Uber. Or there's a lot of things that are walkable, you know, from DIS. So there's a couple options there, but once a camper's vehicle is in, whether you're driving in an RV or you are doing car intent camping, once it's in your camping space, it needs to stay in your camping space until you're leaving the festival, you know, for the weekend. And that is just, again, for safety.
But
We do have an on-site general store where there's a lot of odds and ends, you know, for fans to be able to purchase as well.
because that came to something that I've read on many Facebook feed is there's no re-entry. So if you're out during the day, you cannot come back in. So I was wondering, as a camper, if you can go out of the festival venue and come back in.
On foot only.
Okay, but that's good. That's good.
The 2 minutes warning, 2 minutes remaining warning, my friends. So
Well, my last question was, you're involved with a rock festival, so that means that you love rock and roll. There's probably a few bands that you are looking forward to see this year. What are they?
I mean, I'm always excited about a Foo Fighters performance. You know, it's always just such a crowd favorite, and the energy, and Dave Grohl is just magic. You know, there is a real movement happening, and there's a lot of pop culture with Limp Bizkit, so I know they're going to be a fan favorite. And you know, Motley Crue, we were talking about, they are coming off a stadium. That's right, the Crew. Slipknot always, you know, just kills, and the fans ask for it every year. But we have some real amazing things happening, you know, outside of our headliners too. And we have one of the first performances by Carrie King's band. You know, we have Florida Own, A Day to Remember, basically playing in their backyard. They're from Orlando.
That's really cool.
Yeah, Mr. Bungle, you know, Cypress Hill always, you know, gets the crowd going. Bad Omens is really, you know, rising quickly. You know, Jelly Roll is, you know, a crossover artist, but, you know,
Yeah,
really has his roots in rock.
Isn't it a chance that you're taking with putting Jelly Roll on the bill next to other guys like Slipknot or Mr. Bungle, because he's really it's a different style.
Yeah, but Jelly Roll has been in rock for a long time, and he's played our rock festivals long before, and will for many years to come. I mean, I think that's the great thing about music, and the way, you know, music has evolved, is that you can have artists that have different songs that mean something to different genres. And the great thing about Rockville is that the community is so welcoming. You know, and it's really rooted in the live event experience, the love of rock. listen, there's a lot of country songs out there that are rock. You know, but it makes sense because Jelly Roll's been in our ecosystem and continues to you know, produce music that fits very well within the other, you know, musical acts that we're featuring. So I have no doubt anyone who is on the fence or, you know, is curious about why he's on the festival, that he will win them over with his live performance.
Okay, now you sold me. I will have to at least go listen to a few songs of Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
Again, we were with Chamie McCurry, Chief Marketing Officer. Danny Wimmer presents. Chamie, thank you so much, so much. I hope that we'll have a chance to meet you on Welcome to Rockville ground in a few weeks from now.
We can
Yeah,
bring
I'm so
maple
excited
syrup.
you guys are coming. Can't wait to see you.
We can bring maple syrup if you want.
All from Canada.
Yeah.
Or poutine.
Yeah, it will be
well,
cold though.
Yeah.
Not sure you'll like it. Chamie, thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Chamie.
thank you guys. Have a great day.
Moi, tu sais, Marc, dans l'entrevue, elle me dit qu'il va y avoir Jelly Roll, puis je lui dis, ouais, tu m'as presque convaincu d'aller le voir. Pas vraiment, finalement.
On commence avec ça, tu sais.
Okay. Ben, moi, j'avais parti. Moi.
Ah, t'étais... Ah oui! Ah, excuse. Fait que moi, je voulais juste poser... Bon, je recommence. Colin. Puis Eric, tu vas-tu aller voir Jelly Roll? T'as-tu convaincu?
Ben, bon, je lui dis qu'elle m'a pratiquement convaincu. Par contre, j'ai écouté quelques morceaux depuis. Non. C'est pas tout à fait mon bail.
Ouais, moi, je comprends. Je comprends que des gens peuvent triper là-dessus. Tu sais, c'est du country, finalement. Mais OK, on parle avec de nos sentiments, puis ça peut rejoindre beaucoup de métalleux américains, mais ça reste très américain. Ça va pas chercher mon affect à moi en tant que Canadien.
Ben, je m'en vais voir un festival rock de musique. Là, OK, on va pas dans la musique extrême vraiment à Rockville, donc on va y aller dans la musique rock à AEV.
C'est plein de metalcore.
Metalcore, c'est probablement ce qu'il y aura de plus lourd là-bas. Rien d'extrême, mais là, on est vraiment dans un autre extrême. J'ai écouté d'autres artistes qui sont encore plus country que Jelly Roll. Donc, d'appeler ça Rockville, de me mettre dans la tête que je m'en vais à un festival métal, ça cadre pas.
Bon, et Eric,
mais je dis pas qu'il est mauvais.
Mais dans tous les cas, là, il va falloir que tu t'ouvres l'esprit un petit peu, là, que tu arrêtes avec tous tes préjugés. Puis là, au prochain épisode, on invite Greg.
Ben, oui, et je pense pas qu'il va nous dire d'aller voir Jelly Roll.
Mais il va avoir toujours plein de bons conseils, comme à son habitude, pour quel band on pourrait aller découvrir. Parce que on s'entend, là, sur l'affiche, il y a quand même plein de bands qu'on connaît pas.
Il y en a vraiment beaucoup. Pour vous donner une idée, ça, c'est juste la journée 1. Puis Greg en connaît plusieurs de ces groupes-là. Puis habituellement, il nous fait des bonnes suggestions et même des suggestions de bands à pas aller voir qui finalement sont excellents.
Ouais. Fuck you, Greg.
Donc, je vous invite à être là pour notre épisode numéro 4 avec Greg de Musinc qui nous fait ses suggestions de shows à aller voir à Welcome to Rockville. On vous attend pour un autre aux portes de que vous pouvez écouter sur YouTube. Vous pouvez regarder sur YouTube, écouter et regarder sur Spotify, Apple Podcasts. OK, parfait. Bye-bye, là.